Good morning. Hope everybody is doing well, as usual. A little bit for some folks to come in. Let's see here. It's 11. It's Saturday. Hope everybody had a good week. I definitely did. It was just really busy. So, just quite a busy week for me, but that's okay. Just really tired. That's all. I didn't get much done on the bag yesterday because I was so busy. So I'm going to try my best to finish at least the beaded part here. Hi, Larry. How are you doing this morning? Thank you, Larry. Thank you. I tried the scarf on my little 6-year-old friend that I have, my friend's 6-year-old, and everything was good. It's a little bit wide, so I think I'm going to redo that one just to make it a little less wide. But the length and everything was good, so I've got a good size down for it. That's great. The only thing I know is if I'm going to buy a little tool to help me or not, but we'll see. Just cleaning the fish tank. Had to change the water. Yep, need to do that soon. We need to do that really soon. Little Gary, our snail, hasn't been cleaning the tank like we were hoping. Like, we know he's not going to clean that much, but they're like pineapple that we have, and we have SpongeBob's pineapple, and it's getting a little dirty in here, so we got to do something about it. Cleans a little bit. He does clean, and he does clean here and there, but we also feed him, so I feel like he doesn't clean as much as he would if we didn't feed him. But Larry, the other day, I got to finally really see him good, like eating. So he was on the front of the tank, and I could finally like see his little mouth move and everything. And the first time I was able to see that, it was really cool. Because usually he's on the side or the back or on the bottom. He likes to hang out on the rocks a lot. And I did read about the rocks and making sure they're like smooth rocks and everything, but he seems to be with the rocks, and so all that good stuff. Good morning, Miss Rivera. How are you doing? There's water all over the kitchen floor. Oh no, it looks like a swimming pool. Oh no, Larry. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hello, AK. But yeah, so we got to clean the fish tank as well. It's back there. So yeah, thankfully my husband has like, and you probably do too, Larry, have like a little like pump thing or something that like helps him get the water out and put it in a bucket and like take it out. But my husband's balance isn't great, so like he makes me take the out because he doesn't want to spill it, which is fine. But thankfully takes care of the cleaning for the most part. Right? It is kind of creepy the way they eat their little mouths, but I saw it for the first time. I was like, oh my gosh. Finally saw the little snail eating. Hello. Kitty, welcome. You doing your nails? Awesome. We're working on our beaded bag today, you guys. So hold on, let me fluff it out a little and then I'll show you. So we're working on this, which will eventually be like this, except for black instead of white. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, so it's not exactly at peak condition now. There we go, that's a little better. So anyway, we're working on this little beaded bag, but it's black, so I'm trying my best to finish it up. I feel like we have a couple more, maybe get up to about here-ish, and then we'll do the border around it. I'm hoping to at least get to the border during stream today. So yeah, but they're different colored little beads. They're actually the same beads on both bags. They just look different because of the different colored yarn going through them. But yeah. Hi, Chris. Welcome. How are you doing this morning? This fine morning. It's chilly here, you guys. I don't know where you are, but it is chilly in North Carolina this morning. It's like 40 something degrees. We had to cover up our sensitive plants last night. Or my husband's peppers. I didn't cover my flowers because they're about gone anyway, honestly. It wasn't a great year for the garden. We've been making the same bag for months. I know my husband's like ready for me to be done with the bags because he's always like kind of annoyed when I'm making the same thing all the time, which I don't know why it annoys him because like I'm the one doing it, right? But it just does, I guess, to see me sitting there doing the same thing all the time. Why does that look funny? I got a funny little spot in here. I don't like it. I may have to redo that stitch there. I think we're gonna pull it for a minute because I don't like the way it looks and I want it to be perfect. So we're gonna pull it. It's gonna be loud for a minute. The beads are gonna crash. All right. Luckily, it's not very far back. It's right here. Put like a stitch marker in it so I don't pull any more of my work than I need to. It's a little cold, but it'll warm up. Yeah, I'm not sure what the temperature's supposed to get to here today, but just right now, it is chilly. I think it may warm up to like 70s probably, honestly, today. But and then I think they said over the weekend it's supposed to be okay, but then after the weekend, it's gonna be chilly again. Which is interesting because my daughter camping out right now, so bless her. She's okay though. She can go inside if she needs to get warm. I might sleep in there. Or they might go somewhere else. My still trying to figure out, bless her heart, like if she wants to live here or not. And the thing is, like, her family lives here, but also being close to family sometimes isn't always the greatest thing. Like sometimes it's too much, you know. So she's trying to figure what to do. Getting many orders. You're so busy. Well, honestly, I've been getting a good little amount of orders, not too many. Like I would love some more, especially now that when I finish this up, I'd love another order because then I'll only be working on one thing, and that thing is for Christmas. So I don't have like a tight deadline on it. I'm just working on it's the scarves that I'm working on. That's the only thing that I have. The only reason I'm going ahead and working on them is because there are multiple of them, and I want to make sure that I get them all done. So, excuse me. Little runny snoz. I had to get my tissue. But yeah, so hopefully I will be able to do those soon. But I would love another order after the bag. The thing is, like I was explaining the other day, that I want them, right? But I also don't want too many orders at one time either, because I don't want it to be like not fun anymore. I don't want to take the joy out of hobby by causing so much stress around it, you know, because it is still like a hobby to me, you know, it's not like my full-time thing or anything. So, but I do it all the time anyway, but I just don't want to be like, oh my God, I have 5 to do in 2 weeks, you know? So, yeah, I would love another little order after this. I'm hoping after the bags that I'm going to work on some more animals, and I'm hoping since it'll be around Christmas, maybe some people will want some for their little ones and or the elves for Christmas. So I'm hopeful that I will get some more during the Christmas season here. And then I'm also going to be working on gifts for my own family during Christmas too, which I need to start real soon, just because I don't want to. All right, we went back and pulled it to the spot I didn't like. I think I don't know what I did, but it was just, there was a slightly bigger little spot and I didn't want there to be like a little hole in the bag. So I pulled it back one row. All right. My husband's always like, what are you doing? Pull it back one row, or pull it back, you know, and frog it. He's always like, what are you doing? Because it takes me so long, you know, and he's like, what are you doing pulling it? And I was like, honey, there's a little mistake in it. And he goes, just one little mistake. And I'm like, let me fix it. It's got to be perfect. My genius self thought my grandson had to do practice at 8:40, so you were an hour early. Oh no. My wife knocked the snail down and she flipped it back over from the bottom of the fish tank. Top 2 seconds. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good. Watching the game before his, so we will see who the strong teams are. There you go. That's right. Check out your competitions, right? Oh, that's so great, Chris. You're so supportive of them. That's so awesome. You always go. I was kind of a weird kid because I don't get a crap on my parents or anything, because it was also me. Like I didn't want my parents to come watch me for some reason when I did things. Like sometimes I did, but it made me nervous. It made me anxious. So like I remember being in dance class and they would like call your parents in to watch you practice with like learn a new little part or whatever. And I'd always be like, please don't come watch me. Like, please, mom or dad or whoever, please don't come watch me. Like, it made me so nervous, and I remember, like, on occasion, I would see him, like, peeking in the doorway trying to watch, and I was just, like, so nervous. And so for some reason, I didn't like that. And then got older and did, like, sports in high school and stuff. I, um I did not want them to come watch me do cheerleading or play soccer. I think I let them watch me play soccer, like, let them, I say that, but, like, they would have, but I don't know. They came to watch me cheer, I know once, and I think my dad came to watch me play soccer once. Like, it's not them necessarily as much as I didn't want them to, and they did that. So, not a fan of football. Let's see, I lost my place where I was at. For his funny thing is I don't care for football. Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. I'm not a big football person either, but obviously my husband is. So hence why I made a fall as well. Not a fan of football. Shaking my head, he says. Of course. I can hear my husband saying that right now in all his sarcasm. Everybody here just always know my husband is very sarcastic. So if he messes with you, he is being sarcastic. He's not being a jerk. That's just how it's just a jokester, and he's sarcastic. You did, Nevera? Aw, that's so awesome. So did I. Me and my friend here, we actually cheered together. The girl that I'm still friends with, we cheered together. I started. I don't know. I guess I went to like cheerleading camps growing up and stuff, but I wasn't on like a team. And then, but I danced growing up, so I got a little knowledge, I guess, in rhythm, I guess. So then when I was able to in like 7th grade, I did cheerleading and I did V for the first year. And then when I was in 8th grade, I went and did varsity. So we were cheering for the 11th and 12th graders. So that cool to be so young and be cheering for the older people with the old girls and stuff. And my friend is 2 years older than me, so that's why we cheered together too, because I was on the older team. But it was so fun. No jerk, I would never. Did play soccer and basketball, but always got hurt. Oh no. Boogie's good. He's sleeping right here under the blanket. Let's see. Try to get my son to explain it to me, but he's. I should know, right? I know. I try to get my husband to explain football to me too, but I'm like, I don't know. I know, honey. They said that you should, because I told him I was going to do the Halloween stream, and like I said that you wouldn't be home, and that you feel like you can't do anything while I stream when you're home, And they said, well, we could have Mac on stream too. I was like, oh goodness, I don't even know what he would do. He would see, he just likes the attention, and I don't know. Because I was telling somebody the other day, I think I was telling MJ that Mac used to work on the radio, so he likes his attention and stuff. So that's how we met, because he was an intern for like the really popular radio show in our local area, with no longer a show, but the host left, and it just kind of went. The like host of like 20 something years left, but I had been listening to that morning show since I was in like 3rd grade or something, since I was really probably too young to be listening to it because it was a little adult. But I had been listening to it for a really long time every morning, and he was on that show. And so that's kind of how we met. That's right. He loves the spotlight. Exactly. Hi, Jazz. Welcome back. But yeah, I outshine Miss Anderson. That's true. It is my thing, isn't it? This isn't about you. But he loves it when it's all about him. He does. They used to call him Gump on the radio. So, like Forrest, but Gump. And then they used to play a game called Stump Gump, and they would ask him questions and try to like NASA questions, or like some kinds of questions, and try to stump him and see what his answers would be. And if he would kind of play it up, and even if he didn't know the answer or whatever, he would just like make up something funny. But it was, yeah, it was a lot. It was cute. But if he had never been on the show, we never would have met, because he lived quite a little ways from me. So like we probably never, ever, ever would have seen each other otherwise. So all things have reason, right? Let's see. Mix up my beads. Oh, wait, I have some right here. Let's just use these. Oh, no, did I pull? No, I don't think I pulled my rainbow. I was going to say, because I put 3 rainbows in it. Did I pull out the rainbow? I'm pretty sure I did not. I think that was 2 rows ago. I did not stalk you online, you goof. I sent him a friend request. I sent all the interns a friend request, which was 2. I sent him and Shaggy because this other intern, because like I said, I'd been listening to the show for a really long time, and I knew this other guy from the show, or not from the show, that was like really associated with the show and knew a lot about the show, and we talked a lot, and he knew the people from the show, but it was funny. Called one of my gumpies. He did. He called me a gumpy because his name was Gump on the show. Because all the interns had nicknames. And then he won like the award for like the best intern or whatever, which I don't know that they had ever done before he got it. They made it like for him basically, which was cute. Mr. Bear, I can't. I know it. You guys want to hear something really funny? They brought strippers on the show and the radio and like had them dance for him. And he was like, I mean, they were ugly and dude, I didn't like it. And then we were talking to some other couple one day and he was like, yeah, they brought these strippers. And he was talking about it. And I was like, wait a minute, you told me that you didn't like it and you thought that they weren't very attractive and it just wasn't your thing. And then he was like, well, I just had to tell you that. And I was like, oh my God, you guys. You could have just not lied. Should have just told me from the jump. It was funny though. I'm sure he was uncomfortable the whole time, but I mean, he looked uncomfortable. They filmed it. I can't remember. I didn't watch it after we met, but I remember like seeing it once or seeing pictures or something. But yeah, he did. He was like, yeah, I didn't like it. Da, da, da. And then one day he was like not that long ago too, like a year ago, he was like, well, yeah, it wasn't the worst thing. Oh, wait. But thankfully he's not like that. He doesn't like care about going to strip clubs and stuff, which I'm so glad. So nothing against it, but like it's just not my thing, and I don't really want him hanging out there. He's a married man. They were daytime strippers. Correct. They were day strippers. They were. The you know. If you know, you know. And by the way, I know I'm wearing the same sweater that I wore the other day, but I am wearing a new t-shirt under it, and I did wash it, so it's fine. It's chilly, like I said, I just threw on my sweater. I wore it for stream, and then I took it off, and then I saw it over there, and I was like, oh, let me put that back on today, because I'm cold. We did turn on the heat, though, so that's good. It's good and bad. We turned on the heat. I don't like it because I'm like, no, it's going to be cold and I'm going to freeze for the next 4 months. Like, winter's okay, but the cold, I don't, nope. Something about this house, like, it just here and it just stays cold in here. Like, our heat's really good because it's gas heat. Like, it works quick, but, like, I don't know. It's either, like, really hot or not. It's just one of those things. The team playing right now, it's the easy side of Salt Lake. People just snobby. Oh, Lord. Chris, I know all about that because the school I went to was a private school, and there were so many little snobby rich kids, and their lawyer and doctor parents, and nothing. If I mean, that's great if your parents are that, but you don't have to act like, well, my daddy does this, and you know, oh my gosh, jeez. I remember playing school sometimes in soccer, and I can't remember. It was like this one team, and they just were so rude to us. Like, most of the time, it was pretty cordial. Like, yeah, we get a little rough playing soccer or whatever, but we didn't like smack talk each other like that. We were young, you know, and I don't. One team did, man. They were just smack talking the whole time. Let's see here. Gotta catch up to where. I counted the rows the other day when we left stream, but I don't think I did, but maybe one or more after that. Yeah, I only did one. I 17. I took it to work yesterday, but I didn't end up getting any time to actually work on it. I think I told you guys I taught the kid how to make a chain. Sort of how to make a chain. I had an extra hook there, and he's figuring it out. That's what he like hurt my feelings after that though, and he was like, "My grandma's a better crocheter than you," and I was like, "Okay," and I was like, "I bet she is," but like that's kind of not the nicest thing to say to somebody. You got hurt a lot, but it was good. You miss it, yeah. Aw, I know. I do too. I miss cheering and I miss playing soccer. I didn't play soccer that long, honestly, but I miss it though. It was fun. And it was fun going to away games and riding the bus and doing all that stuff. And cheerleading, we got to go like to not nationals, but like state championship and all that stuff one time, and that was really fun. We actually went to Asheville for the championships where we went. So we went hours away, and it was a good time. And then I don't know. We got third. We didn't quite win, but we lost to. If anybody knows anything about basketball, we lost to the team John Wall was on. So not a terrible team to have to lose to somebody that play professional basketball. So super fun. I got hurt decently, but like the worst thing I usually did to myself was roll my ankles. I roll my ankles all the time because I run on my toes. For whatever reason, I guess because I danced for so long or something. I don't know. I run on my toes. I don't run like flat-footed. If I run flat-footed, I feel like oof. So I run on my toesies, and it's very easy to run and twist your ankle like that. Yes. But I also I remember one soccer game I was standing there and I started getting a cramp like one calf, and then I got a cramp in the other calf too. So both my calves were cramping. And the coach always told us like, "All right, put your hand up if you ever need to like get out of the game for a reason and we'll pull you out." Nope. Put my hand up, raised my hand, got to the point where I couldn't stand up anymore because both of them were cramping. I'm like kneeling down with my hand up. Still wouldn't pull me out. I had to go tell somebody to tell her to pull me out of the game. But that was like the worst thing. That and then some other girl and me like tumbled and she cleated me in the thigh. That was pretty rough. MJ, hello, welcome. We're working on the bag again. I didn't have time to work on it yesterday, so I'm trying my best to work on it right now. I think I'm gonna be able to get the beaded part done really soon. Only need a little more maybe, and then the border. So, and then I was thinking about it. My husband was like, "What were you guys talking about you making some video and doing something?" And I was like trying to remember, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make the bag, except I'm gonna do a video on how I make it because it's a little different than the regular pattern." And of course, again, giving credit. And he was like, "Oh, okay. Let me see. Get a white bead. How are you, Miss MJ?" Didn't ask you. I'm sorry, I forgot. Anybody I forget to ask, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I always want to know how you are. Hello, Sonata. Yes, I do remember you being here before. Almost missed you, but I see you there. Oops, dropped a bead. It's okay. Oh well. I got a couple thousand. I'll find it in a minute. When I get off, I will find it. Not in a minute, but whenever that is. Let's see. Put it back in. Lost my spot there for a minute. My hair is crazy. Oof. I gotta get my bangs trimmed a little bit. The thing is, last time when I got my bangs trimmed, I'm like up here. They were really short, so I gotta be like chill. Oh, Larry's being mean to you, Laklita. I'm sorry. Tell him don't be mean to you. I'm gonna tell him like I tell the little kid. You gotta be nice. You gotta listen to in this case, your wife. Doing much better. Haven't been feeling well. Aw. Yeah, Jazz, I'm sorry. I didn't ask you when you came in, did you? Did I? Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm feeling well. I hope you feel better soon. Brought a bag to work on. Absolutely, Chris. There you go. I always bring something to work on because you never know. I'm like, my husband's like, why do you bring it here? Why do you bring it there? I'm like, well, listen, you never know. And God bless if something was to ever happen and we had to sit there and wait for an hour for some reason, like I've got something to do. Plus, I just crochet car while I'm in the passenger seat because I get kind of anxious when like we're slamming on brakes and there's traffic and stuff. So it gives me something else to focus on. Gives me something good to do. Put that in. Let's see. You are great. Day 2 of vacation. Ooh, relaxation. A haul day. You're gonna film a few hauls. Have a few backed up. A crochet haul. New Halloween nail supper. Ooh, those both sound very interesting to me. I want to watch both of those. Yes, yes, yes. Might start hanging down my Betsy boxes I have backed up. Yeah, there you go. I love Betsy stuff. It's so pretty. They're like one of the only. I tried for a little while. My Instagram was like almost all nails because I had been helping someone look up nail inspiration, and I was kind of getting upset because my page was like losing all my crochet stuff because I'm searching for nail stuff for them, right? So then when that stopped and stopped talking, I slowly like got my crochet back in there, right? And so one of the nail things that I follow is Betsy, other than like you guys and stuff, your accounts is Betsy because I love their stuff. It's so pretty. Yes, the one we shall not. What do they say in Harry Potter? Gosh, I'm trying to remember right now. Having a brain, what do they call it? Not what do they call Voldemort? Just the one whose name we shall not be spoken or something. That yeah, basically Voldemort. So, but yes, so that's funny. But I'm so glad that my account is like back the way I want it now. Because I could have like cleared my searches or whatever after I did them, but I didn't think about it. So it just kept popping up more nail stuff and more nail stuff. And I was like, but I also want to see my crochet stuff because this is my crochet account. So I'm glad it is pretty much back to normal now. Yeah, the yarn you got. You love the feel of it. We don't want to use it yet because I filmed the haul. I know. That's how I felt about mine when I wanted to do the hauls. I was like, crap. And then I had already used that one and I asked you about it and you were like, just throw it in and be like, I like it. I've used it, and I was like, that's a good idea. So don't feel bad if you do crack into it because you could do what I did and be like, I've used it a little bit. Here's what it looks like when it's up and I like it, or I like it for these reasons, or, so you could do that too if you wanted to. But I totally understand because I was kind of the same way. And then when I got my other new yarn, I was like, yeah, I definitely need to do it before I open it. And I hope next time, whenever it is, probably going to be like a little, because I want to save just a little money so I can get a couple things at Joann's. Next time I go, I'm going to try my best to be brave and bring the camera in with me, the phone, and film a little bit while I'm in there so that maybe I can make an actual video with like actual footage of in the store. I don't know if I'll film the store or if I'll just like film the yarn, but we'll see. I might try both and see. I probably won't like the one of me, so I'll probably just do it the other way. But I want to try to do that, and then that way I'll have like some clips I can put and like attempt some editing with, So that's what I want to do. And so I ordered some new yarn, just one skein of the same bright orange that I did my last haul. So what we're going to do is Halloween night, we're going to make a pumpkin. So I'm not sure what pattern I'm going to use yet. There's a couple, and there's one that I was going to use, but it has like a half double stone stitch or something like that in there. And I'm like, ooh, which it's to add new stitches to my repertoire, right? But I don't know if I want to sit there and do this new stitch over and again with you guys because that might be kind of frustrating and I might not like be able to finish it. So I'm kind of debating using the same pattern that I used for my other pumpkins, just do the large one and use the blanket yarn and just see how big it comes out. Um, that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. But yeah, we're gonna make a pumpkin because I have all the colors for that. So that's what we're gonna do on Halloween night. Be somewhere between let's see, my husband will probably leave at 4. So probably between like 5 and 9 or 5 and somewhere in there. I'll try to like pin down a time. Somewhere in there we'll do it. So I think that will be fun. I'll be in my comfy clothes. Like I said, I might even get out a glass of wine. I think that would be fun. Let's see. Can't wait. Ooh, it's fun. Shop with me. Yeah. Hobby Lobby sucks for yarn shorts. Really, I have not been to one yet. I want to go to one. Need more cotton for your koozies. Yeah. Oh, hi, Ingrid. Thank you for reminding me that was you, Ingrid, because I saw you leave a comment the other day and I was trying to remember who you were because I wasn't used to the name, the at name that I saw. Like, who is that? So thank you for reminding me, Ingrid. 4 for Can. Oh, that's awesome, MJ. Look at you. Look at you. Go, girl. That's awesome. Yeah, I had made the one that I made you over a year ago, like when so I wonder if I made it now, if it would be better or not. But I made that one that you have over a year ago. And I had made a thought that I was going to be working at a farmer's market and doing a little booth there. But then it turned out that the rules had changed and it was overcomplicated. And like I told you all that the lady that ran it wasn't very polite. And she basically, well, she didn't basically tell me, she literally told me and my father that people don't buy crochet anymore. And that it's a luxury item and people don't buy luxury right now. And because this market is mostly produce, okay? And then she said, people don't want beanies and baby blankets, which is not what I make. First of all, I will make those things and I have, but like that's not generally speaking what I make. And then she had the nerve to be like, but you know what would be nice though? Those bookmarks. I remember these bookmarks that people used to make. And I'm like, lady, nobody wants bookmarks, first of all. Second of all, you don't know what you're talking about. Third of all, I'm pretty sure if I brought her, I don't have one sitting next to me, but one of the amigurumis, stuffed animals that I've made, that her mind would just be like, what? Because I don't think she realizes to make anything other than a freaking square with crochet. So I'm just like, lady. So unfortunately, she's the one in my town, and unfortunately, she runs the one in the town next to me too. So unless her mind has suddenly changed, she is not the one to work for. So I will have to find somebody else to do that with. But that's okay. That's what it has. It has. You have news? Uh-oh. Yeah, it has become really popular. It is. Like young people are really starting to crochet a lot. And I've seen now that they're getting Woobles kits in Walmart, which is why I'm gonna spread it even further. So it's crazy. Yeah, that's right. And that's true. Glad you found your headphones. And light up crochet hooks. That's exciting. I have heard I knew how to set and really liked her light up crochet hooks. Yeah, that's awesome. Selena Gomez wearing that crochet dress. That's right. Like and Taylor Swift, I believe, was wearing one that went viral. I remember seeing videos on. And there are tons of designers that have crochet now, and it's on Temu, and like people are replicating it, and all this stuff, which isn't good. That kind of stuff isn't good. People making crochet for pennies, but yeah, it's really popular again. Is my point there. And I got sad. I saw these little mushrooms and clairs when I was on my honeymoon, and I was like, why? I looked at them, like, I went over and picked one up, and it was actual crochet. Like, there was no doubt somebody made that magic ring, somebody crocheted that, and I forgot how much they were, but it didn't matter. Like, that person didn't get paid anything to make that. Oh, you did get a Woobles. You got the bear. Oh, I think I made the bear one time because I think it's in the book. Walter the bear, if it's the same one. Halloween. I think that's the one thing I made from the book. So excited your Halloween costume is coming. Ooh, what are you gonna be? I forgot to ask my friend's little boy what he was gonna be. I meant to. My nails are still on, you guys. It's been a week. I'm proud. Just arrived at vacation. You're gonna go upstairs. Oh, okay. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you can hear now. Yeah. Loved her crochet dress. I was like 5K. Oh my God, really? I don't think I saw Selena. No, I remember seeing a lot of people recreating the Taylor one in videos and stuff, but I'm not sure if I saw the Selena one or not, to be fair. But yeah, it's wild. I mean, I don't know how they make that. And if you don't know, crochet cannot be done by machine. I gotta look it back up, but I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly, that the furthest a machine has gotten with crochet is about 3 chain stitches. It's either that or it's like something about the number 3, I think. But it's very close to that. I think that's about all a machine can do. It cannot do all the other things. So if it is real crochet, then somebody made it. If it can be knitted to look like crochet on a machine, because knit, of course, can be done by machine, but crochet cannot be done by machine. That blew my friend's mind. The little boy, he was like, "What?" I keep calling him my friend. I mean, my friend's child. He was like, "What? You mean a robot can't do it?" I was like, "Nope." So that was cool. You've been eyeing crochet books on Amazon. You bought 2 books so far. I'm about to pre-order. Ooh, Crochet by Jenna has a book. I did not know that. Look into that. I have one book that I don't like. So I will have to show it to you just because I don't want to tell everybody on here, but I don't want everybody to I don't want to say it's a bad book in front of everybody basically, but it's not a cup of tea. My husband bought it for me and I truly appreciate him buying it for me, but the patterns are just a little bit strange, some of them. I made the snake pattern from said book and it told me, I can't remember if it was 40 or 30 or 20, but no, it had to be like 30 or 40. Just imagine you have a snake, right? And the head of it is this big around. So you're thinking, oh, okay. So like if it's this big, the body's probably going to be like, I don't know, maybe a little smaller, not too much smaller. No. Head was this big on the pattern. Body was this big. Or actually, no, probably smaller, probably about that big. You don't even want to know what it looked like. My husband said it looked like a little swimmer, basically. And it kind of did. It was awful. I don't think I still have it, but I wish I did because it is the biggest fail of a crochet project I have ever done. Comes out February. Ooh, okay. Jonas will be out till February. Okay, I'll have to look into that though. Maybe like pre-ordering it or getting it when it comes out because I really like her her little channel and stuff. Can't text your friends because your Snapchat isn't working. Oh no. The books. The books I got have patterns and tutorials in them. Oh, that's awesome. Maybe a mythical elf. Ooh, a little elf. That's cool. That's cute. I know. I feel like I would like dress up or something if I had like planned more for Dream, but I think I'm just gonna chill. I might wear like different makeup or put little jewels on my face or something, but I'm not gonna go crazy. Nobody's gonna see me but you guys. Do I think you did good? Yeah, I thought you did really good on the bee. You had no pattern. You made it up. Like that's awesome. You had down the color changes, all the crucial things. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Pets World, you did. You did a good job. But not Christmas. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what kind of elf you're saying. Like a fairy and an elf kind of situation. I gotcha. Like a forest elf. Yeah. Oh, you do, Ingrid. Ooh, congratulations. What are you gonna do? Let's see. All right. Bye, Chris. Thank you for being here. I know you can't hear me, but still you. Appreciate ya. And you just guessed everything? Yeah. Let's see. Mhm. Yeah, absolutely, MJ. For me, when I first started books, I just couldn't figure out books. But now that I have a little more like knowledge and like know how it works, I can kind of figure it out. But for some reason, at least when I was a child and I tried to like read a book and figure out where does the hook go and all, I couldn't. I just could not. And that's why the Woobles were so helpful for me personally. And then videos, and that's why I always like push check YouTube and check Woobles, because they have really helped me so much. Because once I figured out where to put that hook to make that second row, I was like, bing, a light switch went off. I was like, oh my God, it was easy this whole time. You're going to do Roblox crochet and crafts. That's awesome. I don't know if I'm like sub to you or not. Oh, it's the same thing, the Quacking Wolf. Okay. Let's see, I'll have to remember that. Black room because I don't know how to turn the light on. Oh no, I've had that problem before when I've gone to like a strange place and know how to turn the lights on in like a hotel or something. Yeah, it takes you a minute sometimes. And light switches can be weird or different or in weird places. I remember seeing videos of people that were like, um, I'm at a hotel right now and it's 2 a.m. and I still haven't figured out how to turn off the lights, but I'm too nervous to go downstairs and ask them how to turn the lights off. So I'm just going to deal with it. And I was like, oh my gosh. Wow. Guess you just pull the cover over your head and pretend like there's no light, I guess. But then, I don't know. I always bring my own blanket, so I'd be okay. But like, don't want to do it with the hotel comforter. I always take those on. No, thank you. I hear they don't wash those as often. So. Brown, white, red, yellow. Not too hard. Too hard. That's what I'm trying to think. When you said brown and white, I'm thinking a bear, but a bear can be hard. But you could do more like a wooble style bear, which is like round, just a round body, and then just make 2 ears and another little round thing for its muzzle. You could try that. I will feed Ned after stream, absolutely. Yeah, or you can make 2 little hearts. Does that make sense though? Like you can make literally just like an oval or a circle for a body, and then like a half circles for the ears, and then like another little oval or circle for the part. I've done that before. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad that makes sense. That shouldn't be too bad. And you could do you could even put a little white spot on its belly if you wanted to, but you don't have to. I need to make some more teddy bears. My husband wants one. That might be a video to do too, is making a teddy bear. It's different. I would force myself to the washroom to wash the blanket, right? I think I just take the main blanket off the thing. See, sometimes they have laundries in hotels and sometimes they don't. So usually I take the top comforter off and leave it somewhere in the corner or something, and then I take my own blanket because me and my husband don't share a blanket, you guys. He has a blanket on his side of the bed and I have a blanket on my side of the bed. Otherwise, we would just steal each other's blankets all night, I'm sure. I think we tried it once or twice. We weren't at home, and I'm pretty sure he stole the covers from me. So, not on purpose. Not on purpose, but it happens. Let me get some coffee. Different force muscle. One teddy, 4 days on vacation. Aw. A long house. Just cut out wall. Yeah. Yeah, they do have some from what I've heard, they have like limited kits at Walmart right now at most Walmarts, and then I don't know if they'll get more or not, but they also have them on their website, the Woobles website, where they have all the different ones. There's sometimes you can get them on Amazon. Just be careful and make sure they're not a fake one. And then because I think there's like a quote fake version of it, and then think they have them at Joann's. I saw some at my Joann's and some other Hobby Lobby things, I believe. That's right, Eminem's having a grandson. Been married 35 years. After the first month, we did not share beds. That's right. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. Yeah. Yeah. We never do. But it works out for us, you know? Yeah, I did too, MJ. I did too. I was happy for him. And of course, my husband loves him, and I do too. I like him a lot too. But my husband's like really loves Eminem, so that's one of the reasons he likes me, I think, because I can quote Eminem pretty well. Every once in a while, I'll stump him with something. I'll like put out a lyric, and he's like, "Wait, what is that? What song is that from?" Every once in a while, but I'm just really good at remembering lyrics. He's not quite as good at remembering them. I don't know why I'm so good at it because I can't remember important things. But man, you pull out a song from 15 years ago I haven't heard since then, I'll tell you every word of it. I don't know if anybody would know this. MJ might would know, the right age, I think. Does anybody remember back in the day on channel? It was the WB, not the C. Now it's the CW, but it used to be the WB, and they had a TV show called Pop Stars. I think it was what it was called, Pop Stars. Yeah, and they made a pop group with a bunch of different girls. They like had auditions and picked 5 girls, I believe, to make a, and it was called Eden's Crush was the band's name that they made. They only made one album, and then Nicole Scherzinger was in the group. That's like kind of how she got started, I think, was from that group. So I heard a song from that album the other day I haven't heard since I was a kid, and I knew almost every word to it. I was like, dang, how do I do that? When I can't remember, like, did I do this morning? Or my friend asked me, what'd you have the other night for dinner? And I was like, I don't know. I had to think about it for like 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, yeah, we had tacos. You do remember that? That's awesome. I had a feeling you could just because of our ages are kind of close, MJ. Right? Um, but yeah, I think they did that one album, and I'm pretty sure it was called Pop Stars was the name of the album's Crush. And you can still find the album on YouTube because that's how I found it. It like popped up the other day, one of the songs. And I was like, oh my God. And I had forgot that like that me and my friend used to watch that show when we were growing up. Yeah. Okay, you're 38. Yeah, I'm 31. So my 90s baby. She did. She's having a baby boy. That's right. A me Marshall. Yes. Yeah, I'm 31, so we're not that far off from each other there. But yeah, I remember that show. It was a good show because I was pretty decently young when that show was on. I think I might have been only like 8 or 9 or something. So that's how long ago I like listened to that music, but I still remember. There you go. 1986. Yeah. But that's so cool you remember that though. I always forget Nicole Scherzinger was in that group because I don't know, she wasn't like my favorite member for whatever reason. I can't remember who was exactly, but she just wasn't like the one I was focused on. So I always forget she was also in that group. The one you told me you were 25. No, I didn't. It was funny the other day. My husband bought beer, and the lady looked at both of us. She was like eyeballing both of us. She was looking at my husband and looking at me, looking at my husband, looking at me like, are they old enough? And then she was like, ah, yeah, you're old enough. And she didn't ID us. It was just funny. I usually get ID'd, but not always, but usually. Depends. Sometimes they won't even let me buy a lottery ticket, and then sometimes they'll give me a drink. So it doesn't really make sense, but February 28th. Oh, you're a February baby. Get honored when I do when you get ID'd, right? Thank you. I really thought it was weird when they wouldn't let me buy the lottery ticket because you only had to be 18 to buy that. So I thought, well, of course I'll be able to do that without my ID in my hand. But nope. I was like, ah, screw it. I did it for somebody else, but I still, like, my dad wanted one, and I was like, okay. But they were like, not happening today, lady. I was like, okay. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's right. You were early, Miss Rivera. I forgot. So you would have been, let's see, 5 months early, February. So you would have been a July baby, maybe a little summer baby like me. I'm a June baby. I'm a June 8th baby. Summer, summer, summer baby. I never got to have my birthday at school, which always sucked. I always wanted to. Well, I mean, I got to celebrate with my friends, and I did have birthday parties, but a lot of times I'd have to have them like right before school ended, so that everybody wasn't gone on vacation by then. Or I like one time had a joint birthday party with a friend, and because her birthday was in May, so we just had them together, and you know, all the stuff. You didn't want to come out. Oh, you were late. You were supposed to be born at the end of July. Oh, you were late then, weren't you? March 19th. Ooh, spring baby. Almost spring. Well, technically winter, but so close to spring, I can spring. Let's see. But yeah, I always wanted to do the birthday thing at school, but it never did happen. But that's okay. I was jealous, and then and the poor kids that have it during Christmas break, they also don't get to have their birthdays at school either. And I think my husband was that way. I think his birthday is so close to Thanksgiving. I don't think he got to have his at school really either. 8 pounds and 14 ounces. My goodness, you're a big baby. See, that's another thing about me having kids, you guys, is my husband, the babies in that family are all like at least 9 pounds. They're huge. And I am a relatively tiny woman. I am very short and relatively, and so that does not sound fun to me. I'm like, I don't know if I can handle one of those. I was a C-section baby. I was a rainbow baby, which we've discussed. And then I was also a C-section baby, which means that they cut me out. But the only reason they cut me out is because they tried to turn me, and I kept turning around and sticking my little booty down like I was ready to go butt first. And they like turned me around in their stomach, and I turned back around butt first again. So they said, okay, we're going to take her out. C-section is a thing. Yes, that's true. Because I think Mac, when he was really, was still basically the size of or not the size of a full term, but he was probably the weight of a full term baby, but just wasn't fully cooked yet. Because my husband was early as well. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, honey, but you couldn't see when you were born, right? And they said that if you didn't see within a couple days, that you would be able to see. And thankfully, obviously, he can see, so. You were due the 31st. Brother's birthday is the 7th, and she was hoping I would have been born around his birthday, but nope, I said August 13th. You were like, I want my own day and my own time, please. I don't want to share. But yeah, I think Mac was probably at least 7 or 8 pounds, even though he was early. So imagine if it was not early, how large he would have been. And I believe his brother at least 9 pounds, if not 9 and some change, I believe, but if not larger. And then the cousin that we just had is also a large baby and has been growing rapidly. So your C-section, but also the first. That's why I was there 2 weeks later. The doctor wanted to see. You were also butt first. Turn around and you never did. They tried to see if you would do it on your. They probably tried with me too, but at some point they literally did like turn me, I think, and I turned right back around. So that's so funny, MJ. We have so many dumb things in common like that. That's so funny. You always say I was trying to tell the world to kiss my little booty. I was like, heck no, we're coming out butt first. My poor mama. Sorry, Mom. I didn't mean it. I didn't know. All right, let's see. Yeah, so I can't remember. I think that's the only reason they took me out, I believe. And then my friend, she had an induction. But God bless her, her epidural only worked for half her body. And so, bless her heart. Can't imagine. I'm like, please give me all the epidurals now, please. Thank you. I'm not trying to be brave. But first was uncommon, but you were but first. Yeah, how common it is, I'm not sure, MJ. I have no idea. But I definitely, because usually, I think you're right, though. It probably is not too common because usually babies do turn when they get ready, you know. So, 4 C-section and 5 kids. Oh my goodness. Bless you, Jazz. That is so many. Bless you. That's incredible. Go you. Go you, mama. Said I hope I get all the epidurals or all the C-sections because I'm scared to death. If I ever do have children, I am scared. I'm going to be so anxious. Oh my gosh. Here we go. I worry about the birth and then I worry about being sick. I worry that I'm going to be really sick because I already have like stomach issues a lot. So I worry I'm just going to be like so sick. But some women aren't. So I'm just hoping for the best. I know, I hear too, MJ. I hear that too about the epidurals. Back locks up. Epidural. It's not the epidural wasn't still have back pain in that area quite often. Oh no. I've heard that before. I was born in December. And I also have a kid. Too close to Christmas. Yeah, no good presents. I would be asked when I would get the present. I had to choose B-Day or Christmas. Yeah. I bet. That's the thing. I do feel bad for kids that are like really close to Christmas. My husband's like in the end of November, and even that can be like kind of tricky sometimes, like getting him things, to make sure that like you think of enough things and a time to get him and have enough money to get him all the things in a short period of time. And so like I can imagine a parent and having a child like that would be rough, and then being the child would be like that. Like I didn't choose to be born on this day. Can't help it. So I am thankful mine is like far enough away from the holidays. It is right next to our anniversary, but that's just because I wanted our anniversary to be the same day that we started dating, and it happened to be the 16th of June. So I decided let's keep it the same so that we can just say we've been married for this many years and dating for this many years, and it'll all be even. Pull my yarn a little bit. Puppy. He was a turkey baby. That's right. He is a turkey baby. Everybody's always telling him happy birthday at Thanksgiving. Because I think it's the 27th, and so sometimes it's even on Thanksgiving, I think. My twins are November 26th. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. My husband's the 27th, so I get that. Yeah. I believe my cousin is 2 days before Christmas. Oh, wow. 2 days before Christmas. That's wild. I've also always thought in a perfect world, if you could like plan to be pregnant, I thought, what time of year would I want to be pregnant? Probably not in the summertime, just because gets hot down here, and I don't feel like that would be good to be large and uncomfortable and hot. But I don't know. But then my husband's going to be like, well, what about football season? Oh, no, he wouldn't be that. But I know he was our child over football. But he would joke about it. That would be like, well, what about football? Yeah, I know I wouldn't want that either. Birthday right there on Christmas. If I could help it. She always kind of think about the amount of gifts. Probably still to this day, right? Got insane amounts of gifts. That's crazy. I bet you either get a lot or you don't get that much. It's one or the other. Because your twin's birthday is the same day as their aunt's birthday. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, but I bet it's also like presents changes to have that as well. So the birthdays so close to the same day in the family. If you like want to do something for the aunt or want to do something for kids, but you don't necessarily want to do it together, that would be tough. That is true. Yeah, you could plan. You could try to plan. That is true. I've never actually tried to like track it or anything because I've never tried, But I my husband sometimes is like, I wonder if you can even get pregnant because of my health and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, but if I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. Because I would be fine if I was able to adopt. I would be totally fine adopting. I just know it's a large full thing when you have to adopt sometimes, and that's the only thing that I worry about because I want that money for the child not to be, I don't know, spent on acquiring the child. I want that money to be spent on the child, right? So that's the only weird thing about what I've heard about some adoptions and things. But I wouldn't be upset if I had to adopt. Yeah, oh, thank you, Miss Rivera. In the summer, exactly. That's what I was thinking, MJ. Right, exactly. When you're not absolutely 9 months pregnant in the middle of June and July and August, right? Thank you. That's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. That would be optimal. Because who knows otherwise? I just know it would be uncomfy and hot in the summer. Little Arthur's sitting there. Can you guys see? He's right there. He's taking a bath. He just got out from under his covers. He's probably going to want something in a minute. We'll see. I'm going to try not to talk to him because if I talk to him, he's going to, Mom, and then he's going to want something. I know him. For a minute. I got to go later and give my grandma her new pedicure. I got to do that later. I told her to wait, make sure she waited enough time in between, but I don't know how long she's. It doesn't seem like it's been that long since I did her last one, but we'll see. We'll see. So thankful for my little nail drill because it made the process so much easier. Can't imagine having to handle everything. Because I'm not clipping her nails because I don't want to hurt her because I'm scared I'm going to cut her. So I'm just filing them down instead of clipping them. So son was born 5 weeks early. Oh, your brother's birthday. Daughter was born 2 months early. Oh, they were both born early, and oh, sorry you had to go through that. I can imagine how scary that must be. To have one so early. I've seen so many videos and things of people who had children in early and in the NICU and things, but I just can't imagine. Due days on Halloween. Ooh, on Halloween. Looky there. That's a cool one. Everybody dresses up for your birthday, right? Well, Arthur, we gotta check the bag in a minute when we get around and see how tall it looks. See if we're getting closer to that border stage. We're getting there. We're not there yet though. Then when I get almost done with it, before I sew it together, I lint roll it, and then I sew it, and then I lint roll it again. 6 months. Yes. 6 months in the NICU. Oh my goodness, that's so long, Miss Rivera. Sorry, so I had a third. It probably been earlier than Erica. Yeah. Wait a minute, MJ. Erica is your daughter? Are you gonna be? Are you having a little grandbaby? Oh. Yeah. Bless. I can imagine it. The possibility that would happen would definitely be there. I know they told my mom, like, go ahead and have another one if you want another one because you just should, because she had had so many troubles. And Basically, the thing that was wrong with my mom was she had tried once or twice and didn't go well, basically. And she had a surgery. They found out her uterus was not shaped correctly. And it turns out it was that way because of a medication that my grandmother had taken, ironically, for miscarriages. And so she had taken a drug for miscarriages, and then it actually changed the shape of mother's uterus. So it wasn't like round or whatever. And so they went in and fit it, and then my mother had me. And then they said, "You better go ahead and have some more if you want." And she just said, no, she wanted to enjoy me. She had tried so long of me, and so she just ended up only having me, and then got her side as well. Oh, Eric spent 1 month. She better not. Oh no, I was confused. I was confused. You were talking about her. Oh, now I understand. Her birthday is on Halloween, or her due date was on Halloween. I get what you were saying. I was confused. Okay, gotcha now. I know, I was thinking her daughter was young, so I was confused, but then I was like, okay, okay, okay. Makes sense now, makes sense now. Aw. Your sister, Miss Rivera. Oh, sorry to hear that. Similar thing happened to my grandmother, I believe. We don't. It's not really talked about a whole lot, but my dad had an older brother, and I think it was SIDS, I believe, because he had, I believe, made it home, but I don't know for how long. But not long, because the baby didn't even have a name yet. They hadn't named. They did bring it home, but didn't have a name yet. So we just have it as Baby Hoyle. But yeah, my grandparents don't talk about it either. That's why I really don't know a whole lot about how long the baby was here, or anything like that. But I'm thankful she had 2 more. Baby had a bad heart. Oh, yeah. I wonder, see, honestly, that could have been the case with us too, because, and they just may not have known back then, because that would have been like the 50s probably, and late 50s. And so my uncle heart had a hole in his heart, and his son had a hole in his heart. So really, honestly, it's no telling. Like, it could have been something like that too, or it could have just really been SIDS. You never know. Bless them. Oh, yeah. Bless. I can't imagine. I know that is incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult. One of the worst things you can deal with. Absolutely. Mhm. It's tough. They and you know how sometimes too older people are, they just really don't like to, when they don't like to talk about things, they don't like to talk about things. You just don't. So yeah. I know, I'm sure you do, Miss Rivera. I'm sure. Spring and summer. Spring was definitely better of the two. One factor number one, it's 3 weeks late, and we 10 pounds. Otherwise, July miserable. To March, much better. Ah, he was 10. Gosh, those are big babies. Yeah. I don't know, Miss Rivera. I can imagine. That would be very tough. My boss lost her little sister, who I believe had Down syndrome and some other, maybe some heart issues as well, when she was very young, and I know that she still struggles with that. Her name was Mary. I heard her telling me her name was Mary. Oh, I bet, Vera. I don't know. I feel that way sometimes about like my grandpa or somebody that I really didn't know, but you kind of like you did, That I really never got to. Well, I met him, but like I said, he passed when I was 1, so I don't have any memory of him. So But I feel like I knew him kind of. Oh, that's very sweet, Miss Rivera. And I hope that you can. I hope that you do and that you can and that everything goes so well. You deserve it. Deserve all the good things, all the best things. Because you're a sweet lady. Let's see. I got little tears in my eyes. You're such a sweet lady. Oh, oh, that's good. I'm glad you had your brother. I'm glad you had your brother. That's good. Everybody, when I was growing up, because I was an only child, I would say, I want a sibling so bad. And they would be like, take mine. Literally, everybody take mine. Especially my best friend and her sister. Take her, take her. You know, they were kidding, but at the same time, they get annoyed with each other and whatever. And so they're like, take her. I was like, okay, don't tell me twice. I will. Especially as you get older, it would be nice to have a sibling to like help out with parents and stuff. But you know, it is what it is. I got good friends, so that helps. Oh, we gotta pull it together. Older than me, 12, 9, 5 years older than me, and then you're the very protected. I bet. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Miss Rivera. I wish the best for you with absolutely everything, but especially with that too. I do, I do, I do. Ooh. Here out from Twitter. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Starting a new row, that's good. 1, 2, and a half double. I'm excited to do the video thing. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna start doing it and see how it goes. And then the only thing I need to figure out is, do I want to cut the camera? I probably do want to cut the camera when because I don't want to sit at my desk for that long. I think what I'll do is I'll do the stitches or whatever, show you how it goes, and then once it gets to a point where it's like very repetitive and it's the same thing for every single row, we're not doing that. We're gonna do that by ourselves. We'll do it a couple times together, and then you can just rewatch that part if you need to, and then we'll come back at the end and like finish it. Because if I sit there with you and fast forward through doing all of this, that's gonna take forever. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and watch all that. So I think it would just be better if I cut it and turned the camera off and then came back. We were almost done and then finish it off kind of thing. So very sheltered. They all moved out when I went wild. I did. Oh, they all moved out and I went wild. I did think I shouldn't have a 13. With marijuana, it just snowballed. Yeah, that's very common for sure. Excited for the tutorial. I like doing the base part and then the beads. Yeah, and I know you can do the base part, and I know you can do the beads too, MJ. You can do all of it honestly, because I think as long as I don't know if you've learned a half double yet, but if you've learned either half double or a double, they're not incredibly different from each other. So I feel like you could. It's just the, takes a while kind of thing. But I feel like you totally could. And then get your slip stitches down. You have a slip stitch about every round. So yeah. But I'm excited too. I'm excited, and it'll be yellow, so that's going to be cool because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. White and black aren't the greatest to be able to see the stitches, so I think yellow will be okay as long as it's not too bright of a light I'm shining on it. So we'll check, but I think yellow is what we're going to do. And I hope to do that next week. I hope I'm not as busy next week. I hope things kind of settle down. It's been a lot with my friend being back in town. Got a lot going on. But hopefully, and working different days and stuff, but hopefully everything will be back to normal more so next week. I hope. Slip stitch, double crochet, and half double one. So I have to keep practicing. Yeah, okay, yeah. I knew you meant have learned because I was like, I know she's done this. Yeah. You can do the slip stitch and the double crochet and the half double one. So this is, trying to think, singles, increases, and half doubles, and then there are slip stitches. So like 3 or 4 stitches, and then most of it, like the bottom is just like 6 in a magic ring, and then you do 1 single crochet and an increase for the first round, 2 single crochet and an increase for the next round, and so on. Keep going up 3, 4, 5 and an increase until you get how big you kind of want it. And then I think you do back loop only, which isn't too bad, you know. You go in the back loop only so that you can start going upward instead of just keep going out like this. And then I think like you chain 2 after that, and then do your half doubles with your beads. Yeah. So it's not too bad. Just remember, if you make one, the bigger it is, the more beads you're going to need. And you'd be surprised how many beads. Well, you know, I told you that it's almost 3,000 in yours. And this one, I'm not sure how many this one's going to, it should be around 1,000 for this one. So just keep that in mind when you're working on it. But I'm excited to do it. I think it'll be fun because I looked and there are more beaded tutorials on YouTube than I thought, but not for like this style exactly. There are like a couple different styles. And they don't talk in it, and they just, I think they put the pattern on screen and it's just some music. So it'll be a little bit different than the way they did it too. But I did today put in the description. So if anybody is interested in it now, it's in the description currently, and it is in the description for yesterday's live as well. So that is part 2. I had a hard time finding part 1, but it's on the same channel before I started, but it's on the same channel. And I think there's a link to it either in their description or their comments, I believe. It's like for the basic amigurumi base or something, so that you can split, because they did it in 2 videos. So almost done with one. Oh, good. Oh no, but you gotta do laundry. I know, I'll do some in a little while too. I've got a little while before I go to my grandma's, so I need to do a couple things around here. I had the house perfectly clean last weekend, and now I need to clean it again. I cleaned a little this week, but I've been so busy. Like I still have my makeup out. I need to go put that up, but I'll put it out in case I needed to like fix it before we go to town later. We'll see. Oh, look, I make a ginormous bag out of beads and then run out of beads. And I'd be stuck having to wait for more. They sold for a while, right? I know. That would suck. That would suck. I had to wait on them. I hate having to wait on stuff like that. That's why when I found out about making this, I was like, go ahead and order 3 more bags because I'm going to need them for either this or my blanket. And because I'm still doing the weighted blanket in the background. I haven't worked on it in a minute because I've been working on this, but the orders, but I'm still going to do it. It's just taking forever, which is fine because the beads are expensive. So if I order them slowly, like, it's fine. Just as long as I don't stop making them before I finish, it'll be good. Hey, buddy, did I whack you? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Right? I know Saturday usually is like good day for laundry. Sometimes I do it on random days, but for the most part, I do it on like Saturday or something. Trying to, what do I need to do? I thought we were having a guest over last weekend, but they didn't end up coming over because they weren't feeling well, which is fine. I don't want them to come over if they're sick, you know. So they didn't, but I sort of thought they were this weekend, but my husband hasn't said anything, so I'm pretty sure they're not coming over. So I guess they'll come over later, which Arthur was sad because it's Arthur's buddy and he loves this person, so he wanted to see them. Let's see. I believe it is MJ. I keep forgetting, to be honest with you, if it's a half double or a single, but I think it is also a half double. The half double, like the height of it seems to work nicely with like these beads, the pony beads. A single can be like a little bit too short and it can like pull it a little bit at the edges. But you can always do what I did, which is you can make like little squares. So just you would make your chain and maybe go back on it, like make a chain and maybe do a second row, and then of, you know, little thing, and then you could try to add your beads to it with different stitches and see if you like half doubles or doubles or singles, whatever you like with it. That's how I like figured it out for my blanket, was did like little swatches to see what looked right, because half double will have more like actual crochet to it. I mean, a double will have a little more like crochet in between than like your bag does because it's a half double. So yeah. Let's see. The whole neighborhood does laundry on Saturday. It smells so good outside, right? I always remember growing up, we had these neighbors that lived next to us, and I always thought, man, they're in their backyard. What is that smell? It smells so good. I was too young to realize it was their dryer, and that was what was making the smell so good. I was like, oh. And then when I got older, I figured out that's their laundry, and I wasn't used to it because my mom, growing up, always had to use free and clear because her allergies were so bad. So I didn't know like laundry had good smells like that to it. So I just thought laundry just smelled like nothing, and so I was like, what is that? Then I finally figured out. Yeah, I do that. Well, I'll same thing at my house. Like I'll turn the dryer on or something and forget and go outside and be like, ooh. And then I'm like, oh, that's the laundry. Silly. Yeah, but I always did. I thought, man, my neighbors smell good back there. What is that about? Arthur, do you want to keep them company while I go to the restroom for a second? Does that sound like a good plan? I bet you could. I bet I could put it on you and they would just love looking at you while I was gone. What do you think? Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to take my mic off so you guys can hang out with Arthur and hear me. Here you go, Arthur. You're going to hang out with them. I'll point the camera at you. Hold on, bud. All right, I will be right back, you guys. Chat amongst yourselves. Here's the baby. Arthur, I'll be back. Hello, people. You keep company? You good job? You do good job? With your little crooked face? Yeah. All right, baby boy, gotta put the mic back on. Like I had my mic on, you guys. It was weird because I have a necklace on, and so I felt like a weight right there, and I was like, no, it's not my mic. Pick britches, Arthur. All right, there we go. Yes, I said britches. My grandma. She says britches instead of what do you call it? Pants. There we go. I said britches. Your little baby. Oh, he gonna sleep now. Okay, sleep now. He said, I'm done entertaining your friends. What did he do? Just sit there? I talked to him a minute while I was gone, so I looked up for a second probably. Yes, thank you, Arthur, for keeping everybody company. Appreciate it. He said, I'm sleeping again. He is a beautiful baby. He missed me this week because I've been gone so much. Because usually I only work a couple hours in the day when I do work. And I've been working all day long. So he was like, where is my mom? He was like, okay, when are you coming back, mommy? Now, I'm here now. We're leaving later, but I'll be here this morning. And then I'll be here tonight, bud. And then we'll be here all day tomorrow unless we go somewhere. But I don't think we will because it's football day. It's football day in America. So I'll be crocheting and my husband will be watching football. Finger is damp from washing them. It's like not sliding as well. Let's see. Check the bag in a minute, see how tall it is. Take a break and start my laundry. Go for it, Miss Rivera. Get that laundry done, girlfriend. It must be done. Somebody's got to do it. I am thankful. So I do all the housework around here except for 3 things. My husband usually does his own laundry. On occasion, I do it for him, but generally speaking, laundry. And he cleans the toilet and the shower me. And then I do everything else. So that is very fair. And it works out pretty well. I do on occasion get him to help me with some things. Like I'll be like, okay, well, if somebody's coming over, especially if it's one of his friends, I'll be like, okay, well, can you help me vacuum or wash the dishes or something? But other than that, that's how it works. Which region are you from? If you want, I'm from North Carolina. Is where I'm from. So yeah, halfway up and down the East Coast. Tori knows what time I'm supposed to be home from work. If I'm late, my husband said he will sit at the window and cry. Oh, it was windy here yesterday, Miss Rivera. It was quite windy here yesterday, actually. I kept hearing my porch decorations blow around, and I was like, "What is that noise?" Oh yeah, that was also Wednesday too. When I was on, or yeah, whatever day that was, not Wednesday, Tuesday on stream too. I kept hearing my porch. Everything was blowing around, or maybe that was, I don't know. But yeah. So, whoops. Arthur was like, "What? Mom, gotta stay home with me. No, baby. Gotta go sometimes. But you know when I get back, then I'm gonna give you all the love." Upstate New York. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm from North Carolina. So for the new people here, I live, like I said, in North Carolina. And I live on an old family farm that my great-grandparents purchased in the 30s and 40s. So yeah. That's where I'm from. That's right, Massachusetts. Yes, I am thankfully safe from the hurricanes. My friends were not so lucky. They're actually from Asheville, which is like the town that was really devastated in North Carolina. And so they have temporarily at least moved here, and they may or may not build here, or they may go back. But they're still deciding what they're going to do. But yeah, so thankfully they're okay. Their home was okay, but just the whole town around them was just, ruined. And my aunt and uncle lost part of their roof. They also live in the mountains, and they got part of their roof damaged, but they're okay as well. So Oh, you were born in the Bronx? What? Germantown, New York? Cool. Originally, you were born in Germany, so you're a military kid. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Family in Charlotte. Your aunt lives in Asheville. Oh, that's awesome, MJ. Yeah. They call Charlotte the land of hippie and old people's. I mean, not Charlotte, Asheville, the land of hippie and old people. Hippies and old people. My friend, I like to say, is part of the hippie category. She's an artist. So, yeah. She does murals and has recently been doing some tattoos as well, but she is a um, trained artist. She does paintings, canvas, as well as large scale murals with her husband. And they had a business in Asheville as well, which is still sort of running, but not, not like it should be. Which is the only reason I don't know if they should move back, just because it's going to take so many years to rebuild the town, and they own a business in the town, and like, what kind of business are they actually going to get, because there's nobody there, like, so they're close, but I want her to do what she needs to do for her and her family. So I support whatever she does. I'm used to her being up there anyway, so if she moves back, it's not that big of a deal. She'll still come visit. Oh yeah, in the Bronx for 5 years, but we moved because my parents wanted us in a better place. But you love the Bronx. Aw, that's sweet of them. Can understand that. That's sweet. Because I was a NASCAR driver. Oh, cool. Yeah. So they bought a house in Charlotte. His parents bought a house in Asheville. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yep. We went to Charlotte not too long ago. Me and my husband. It's a little ways away, like a couple hours. Like, we got a hotel. It's that far away. And went to see some comedian. I can't remember which comedian. We went, Jimmy Carr, maybe. And that was fun to go to the big city. Sometimes I'm confused as to why Charlotte is not our capital, but because it's a bigger city than Raleigh is. But Raleigh is our capital, which I'm a lot closer to Raleigh anyway. So. Moved to be Charlotte to be close to a racetrack. That's right. Yep, we do have racetracks. There's some in the mountains too, and then in Charlotte. Yep. Because I think technically North Carolina is sort of where NASCAR started, I believe. So yeah, we got some racetracks. But that's awesome. Come on, bag. I want to get to at least the border today. I don't think I'm not quite there yet, though, buddy. Gotta work a little further. Let's see. We'll show it to him. So we're still trucking along here. I still feel like I need another good inch at least before I get to the border, though. So we're just gonna keep going. Keep it pushing. Once I get in the groove of it, it won't take long. I just gotta sit down and do it. Like I said, I wanted to work on it so bad yesterday at work, but I just did not have time to sit down, literally. So it didn't happen. Because I wanted to be in Miss Rivera's live for a long time, but I had to leave and go to work. So I tried to stay in there as long as I could, and then at about 11:30 or something, I had to go. But I wanted to be there because Miss Rivera is always so sweet and supportive of me, and I want to support her. But hopefully, if she does it again anytime soon, I will be there. Because normally I don't work that day. It was just kind of an off week for me where I work days, so it just worked inconveniently, unfortunately. Miss Angie, this one yarn room, was saying, she was like, "Oh, you're gonna go live? I didn't know you were gonna go live. Like, I don't want to go live when you're going live." And I was like, "No, you're fine. Don't worry about me when I'm going live. Like, you do your own thing." She's so sweet. She's always very sweet to me. This morning she said, "There's just something about you. I just want to pinch your little cheeks." I thought it was sweet. That was funny. I used to have chubby cheeks. I don't really have the big chubby cheeks like I used to anymore. Oh, guys, I don't know if you can hear the TV or not. I have it on so that Arthur doesn't like freak out if he hears anything. All right, let me put orange one on. I had to make sure I didn't pull out a rainbow earlier, but I didn't. There was a little spot in the bag, MJ, at the very beginning of the like, so I pulled it back one row. As I was going around, I saw one little spot that looked funny and I didn't like it. So I pulled it back and undid it, and then it slowed me down a minute. But I'd rather not have a funny spot, so I had to fix it. I had to. But I'm excited for our Halloween stream. I'm going to start making a community post soon to remind you guys that we're going to do it. And then, like I said, I need to figure out exactly what time I want to do it. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to make the thing. So I'd love to make it and finish it. So I'm not sure if I should technically start on it and then finish it on, like if I should go a couple rows, not too many, but like a little bit, 4 or 5 rows or something, just give me like a tiny bit of a head start, or not, because I would love to be able to at least complete it on the stream so we have like a full finished thing by the end. But I want it to be decent sized, so that's why I'm debating maybe trying to start on. The other thing is I still have to figure out which one I want to do, which pattern I want to do. So I'll look at that new stitch and see if it looks too stressful for a stream. Because I'd rather not stitch on stream if I'm not really comfortable with it, but we'll see. I don't want to mess up while I'm talking and stuff, so we'll figure it out. Yeah, it does happen. I'm just glad it was only 1 row back and like 3 rows back. So it wasn't too bad. Didn't have to pull much. I mean, it's 200 something stitches, but it could have been like 700. You know what I mean? So could have been much worse. So I'm glad it was. Yeah. I'm going to go there too. Yeah. But they're next door. So. Oops. I gotta remember in a little bit to put 1 more rainbow in here so that I don't forget the 3rd one. I did not. I probably could do that too. I don't know. But yeah, pony bead tote bag. It's cool. Let's see. I guess, I don't know. I'll have to figure out how exactly I'm gonna like do everything. But I'm gonna figure it out. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna figure out how to do this bag tutorial. Because the other thing, the tripod that I have that goes, this is a different tripod that I use on my desk. And the one on my desk is like a tiny little one. And generally speaking, I have to like, say the hook is my tripod here. So I generally have to like crochet like this tripod in between my arms, which is not the easiest thing to do. And then there's like screen here. So I'm like doing like this, trying to like look around and see. So I need the other tripod, but I'm going to try to do it with the one I have now. So we'll see about that. And I'm getting my little thank you card to go in the order on Sunday. And then my little keychain things to make keychains with to go in the orders, I'm getting Sunday. So I'm excited about that. The little things, I think it's 50 of them, and they were only $3. So I figured give it a try. So we're going to make some little tiny things to go on the keychains. Like I made that little snail or like a heart or like a butterfly or like, I don't know, something, stars, little things. And then I need to make sure I have a good pair of pliers that I can close the little jump rings around the stitches, and that'll be good. Aw. Right. I know that. Look, that's what my husband says. He's like, listen, nobody but you is going to see this mistake or whatever, like, don't bother. Because he'll look at me when I start pulling things back, like, what are you doing? Why are you pulling it? And I'll be like, but honey, it's got this mistake in it and I need to fix it, because I'll pull it back. If I have to pull it back a couple rows, I'll do it. But I try not to, but I'll do it. If it's for a customer, I'm going to do it. If it's not for a customer, debatable. But I was glad. It was just one row back. I saw as soon as I went back over it, I was like, oh, wait. I went to put my hook in that particular stitch, and I was like, why does that stitch look so long? It just was slightly too wide. I don't know if the one where I stopped and picked the project back up again last night or what. Because I was tired last night. Because when I got home from work, I basically hung out with my husband for a little bit and then passed out on the couch. I didn't work on it very much. So that's why it's not a whole lot bigger than it was the other day. I was hoping to have it almost done by now. And some of you guys were like, yeah, you'll totally have it done. And I was like, I don't know. And now I'm like, definitely not, because I didn't work on it at all yesterday, basically. But we're going to work on it today, tonight, and tomorrow. And I bet you're going to get a long ways in those 2.5 days, Arthur. And Monday, too. Forgot about Monday. That's what I meant to say. That's what 2.5. Let's see. 1. I like that your daughter's name is spelled differently. That's cool. Makes it different. Whoops, dropped bead. But I got it. I was telling Miss Rivera the other day that my parents picked my name because I guess they just saw it in a book, basically, like, of names. But they were like, this one means very loved, and this one means a gift from God. And they were like, oh, these are the ones. So Amy Elizabeth it was. I didn't like my name at all growing up. I hated being named Amy because I didn't know anybody else named Amy. I had never met another Amy. I didn't like it. It was weird. It was not common. It was just, I didn't like it. But now, it's fine. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just, it is what it is. I mean, I kind of like it. It's good to me now that I don't see everybody in the world with my name. I know it's not that unique or anything, but you still don't see a crap ton like you do other names sometimes. And now I'm thankful I don't have a name like that. That's super, super common. I'm not going to name any because I don't want to offend anybody, but you know what I mean? Like John, let's just say John, for example. And John's a fine name, but there's a lot of them, right? So I'm glad now that it's just me. Hello. Come here, baby. Come on up here. You want some attention? I want some attention. Hi. You need... I'm trying to look in his food bowl. You need food? I'll give you some pets. Hello, welcome. Chrissy, hello. Arthur's got to be my favorite. Aren't you my favorite? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Arthur. You see him standing on my shoulder. Hey, baby. Husband is starting to learn what I crochet. I started omagiri me not to mess with me when I... Oh, you're lucky. My husband loves to mess with me when I count. He does. He's like 1, 2, 3, and he'll go 27, 39. Like, boy, if you don't stop. And he'll do it, and I'm like, now, seriously, do not mess with me. Like, this is a complicated pattern. If you mess me up, I'm going to be really upset. Or, like, when I have to count to, like, 30 over and over again, I'm like, please do not mess me up. But he does like to mess with me. So you're lucky. Oh, he's the exact colors of your 4 associates are named John. Ah, that's hilarious. Oh, good, Miss Rivera. The exact colors of my dog, but way smaller and less furry. Aw. Yeah, this is Arthur. He just wanted some attention. Maybe a T word. We'll see about a minute, baby boy. I'll just give you the pets for now. Old John, Big John, Little John, and the first one, Tyler. There you go. There you go. You got them apart somehow, right? Go. Going to be back. Alrighty. Big John is 6'4". He's tall. It's the name. I see. That is tall. I'm just a shorty, and so are you, huh, Arthur? I'm like 5'2". My husband always used to mess with me because I told him I went to one doctor's office and measured me around 5'4". And I was like, that's weird. I've never been that tall before. And I told him, there's something messed up with that thing. And then the next time I went to a new doctor, I was again 2. And I said, ha, see, I told you. Hold on, baby boy. I hit the thing out from under you. I need the thing out from under you, sweetheart. Yes. I see you looking at me. Hold on. I see you looking up at me. They couldn't, but I did. Oh, your ear is flippered. Show them your flippy ears. You show them your flippy ears. Look at them. Look over here. Show them. Show them your flippy ears. He says, sometimes I have no ears. Wing. But a lot of times they're floppy, but not right now. Sometimes they're very cute and floppy like this, but not always. Yeah, you have little space buns when we do this. It's like you have space buns. Yeah. Princess Leia over here. 5'5". That's a good height. That's not too tall, not too short. Mr. Very, you're 5'2" too. You do the same to Nala. Oh, you came back just in time to see the boogie. He wanted some love. He wanted some love. Yeah. It's your family. Your daddy's watching you. You know that? Oh, what's the paw doing up? Gimme paw? Gimme paw. Yes. I didn't need both of them. I get 2 paws. Oh, yay. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Mwah. Oh, I saw that little wrist move. Do you need food? You check your bowl? We're going to check his food bowl real quick. You have food, baby. You have some food. You need something else? I'll get you something. Hold on. We're going to take you out in like a few minutes. It won't be long. We got to go back in here so they can hear us. Oh, he's running. He's running. He's on the move. All right, here's half of it. You can only have half right now. Good boy. Good boys. All right. Very good job. Showing off for the camera. Right, Princess Leia, right? Don't be calling him Princess Leia. But he is. He looks like Princess Leia with the little buns. He's precious. Precious little boy. Now he's going around. Be excited. He's a cutie, though. Cute, cutie. It's like, are you scratching? You have meds. All right. I'm going to get some more beads. We're going to do one more round before I leave. Which is going to take a minute. So, let's see. We're almost done with this round. See, little one I left? I did. How many more rows to go? I think, let me guess here. Let me count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we're on row 19. We're about to be on row 20. If I had to guess, let me think about here-ish. So that would probably be about 4 or 5 more. I think probably about 4 or 5 more would probably bring me up to about here-ish, which was pretty good. And then on top of that, it needs a border. So I have to do that, which is a couple more rows. It depends. Kind of make the border like what looks right. So it just depends on how many rows, but probably at least somewhere between 5 to 8. And then probably more like 8. So probably about 12 or 13 more for the bag. And then I should have 260 more rows for the strap. But the straps are only a little bit, they're not that wide. So it's just a lot of rows for those. But the bag itself should be done 13 rows or so. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I did this little one after you left. I talked to him, gave him some food. Oh, I was like, what is that noise? It was me. I forgot my thing was in a bag down there. Yarn. All right. Oops. All right. Now I'm going to half double. I said the big thing with this pattern though is like I tried to do it in a spiral and not do the stitch join, and it didn't work. So it turned out really lumpy. So I wouldn't recommend trying to avoid it because really the line that you're creating is necessary. Um, and you're not going to see the one on the bottom anyway. It's on the bottom. And then the one on the side just kind of has to be there in order to make everything line up right. But if you line it up correctly and just put it on the side of the bag, you don't really see it too much. Because there is a seam to it. I'll show you. Ooh, it's like a diagonal seam. But I like to line it up where it's on the sides of the bag so that you don't see either the front or the back. Yeah, I know. Somebody did ask me about that the other day, or my father-in-law asked me about going and putting my stuff at the fair, and I was like, I've never thought it before. We did chickens at the fair when I was growing up, and we danced and did show choir at the fair, but I have never thought about crochet at the fair, but that would be cool. I could at least try. I'm not sure. I told him I'd have to look. Probably it's too late for this year, but because it's in October, and usually you have to like sign up and do all these things first. But I wonder next year maybe I could. I would just have to look at like what the categories are because I'm not sure what kind of categories they have exactly. If it's just like um, fiber art category where it would be like everything, or if it would be like a specific category, or I don't know. Arthur, be careful, don't bump in the camera. But I'll have to find out. We're definitely doing it next year. Okay. Oh, you looked it up? The deadline was set. I told you I figured the deadline was early because that's how it was with the chickens. You had to make sure you were already registered, and then you had to go and make sure your chickens had shots, and then it was like a process. So yeah. Yeah, I'll have to try that next year. That would be fun. And I think you win ribbon and maybe like $20 or something, as far as I remember. Or I can't remember if we won money actually or not. Maybe that was just because we sold the chickens, not to a slaughterhouse. We're not like that. They were sold to make more chickens, to be roosters and fertilize eggs. So they were not sold to a slaughterhouse. I would not have sold my chickens like that. Never, ever, ever. Babies. Or they were. I don't have any anymore. But it was pretty cool doing the chickens. It was just a lot. But we did win actually when we took them to the fair. We got first place and I think 2 second places. Or it's either 2 first and 1 second. But I'm just giving myself the benefit of the doubt that it was probably 2 seconds and 1 first. And not the other way around. I have a feeling. You have to do it way in advance for the fair. They have different categories and mostly seen blankets. Okay, yeah. See, that's what I'm wondering is like what kind of categories we might on here because that's what I'd have to find out. Is do they have a category for the kind of stuff that I do? Because normally, you guys, I don't know how many of you guys are new, but I also make stuffed animals. So I do a lot of amigurumi normally. So I would prefer to enter something like that if I could, rather than like a blanket or whatever, because I'm just not make like simple blankets like this one. So I don't know. That was interesting to see though. I want to check it out. There is a cash prize. Category is called handcrafts. Okay, he is on it, isn't he? He looked it all up. His dad mentioned it the other day at the wedding, and apparently he looked all into it, didn't he? How sweet. Aw, thank you, Mr. Vera. I think it would be fun. And I'm sure they also do it by like age as well, which I guess I would just be in like an adult category because they would probably do like kids and then adults. I know I've seen quilts at the fair before in the past because I know I've looked at like the arts and crafts like building where all they keep all that in. But I can't remember seeing other stuff. I just don't remember. It's been so long since it's been many years since I've gone to the fair too. Crochet chickens and cows and piggies. Right. I have made one chicken in the past. I don't think I still have it down here. I think I put it up with the rest of my crochet. I have made a chicken before, which I need to tell Pets World because she'll love that. But cow, yeah, and I've done the cow. I haven't done a piggy yet, but I have almost done a piggy because truly I have a really good pink. It's kind of like a dusty pink, I guess, but it would look really good, I feel like, for a pig. It says no nudity or anything. Oh, okay, so no male appendage crochet pieces. Have you ladies seen those? Those are hilarious. People make male appendages out of crochet just for funnies, you know. Or you can make willy covers, you know, keep them warm. Or what else can you make? I don't know, all kinds of things. All right, well, I'll keep that in mind. Some new crochet funny, like tapestries that say like lewd things. I can see why they might have to include that. That's funny. No nudity in your crochet, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it PG. I've never made one of those, but I've heard about them. A boob cozy the other day. Ah, that's funny. Yep, I've seen some of those. Cozy though, that's new to me, but I've seen those before, the boob patterns. But I haven't seen them in a koozie. That's pretty cool. You know, breast cancer awareness month, right? Oh man, can you get it back through? Whoops, whoops, whoops. I lost my string there. Oh no, come on. There we go, we got it now. I lost it for a second. Maybe it's a cake pan for a meal. Yeah, you used to have a cake pan for one. Oh, that's funny. And makes boob pillows, and she's made a male part before. That's funny. There's a girl that I follow, and she has I know she has Instagram and Facebook, I believe. I don't know that she does YouTube, but it's shop purple pear. So like the color purple and then like the fruit pear. And she does crochet and she makes some and they're really funny. She even makes like lady parts too. And they're really funny. She makes like funny little reels about them. But she does everything good causes and stuff too, which is really cool. She actually goes to one of the colleges around here, which I think is kind of cool. Because she actually kind of went viral for knitting in class. She was knitting. She's Gothic, okay, and she was knitting, and so people were videoing her like, "This weirdo is knitting in class. What the heck?" And it turned out she had gotten permission from her professor and everything to do. And she ended up like twisting it around on them, kind of like made her own reel that went viral with it. So like, go her. There's a category called egg art. Yeah, you can like paint on eggs and stuff. Yeah. There's like wax. I've seen it recently actually. It's pretty cool. I think they paint with the wax and then they like dip it in dye and then it doesn't know where the wax is, so it leaves the color of the egg behind, and then they like add more and more colors and more layers and then take the wax off. Hello, Pets World. I just brought you up a minute ago. I said that I had made a chicken before in crochet. I'll have to find it so that I can show you, but it's upstairs right now. I'll have to find it later. It's got to be in my box of miscellaneous crochet that I'm not the biggest fan of. I can't remember if it's because it has a knot on it or what. There was one I was doing and it had a factory knot and it made me mad, so I stopped. But I think I finished the chicken. One of the chickens anyway. There is a bunny cage outside. The poor babies. Aww. Orange to make a chicken. Aw, there you go. Yeah. I think I'm with white. My chicken was white, and then I'm comb thing red, and then his little mouth was yellow, I think, because that's just what I had. It was like a golden yellow. But yep, I think I found that tutorial on YouTube to make the chicken. Pretty darn sure. It's not too complicated. It's kind of like a big oval, and then you like stitch it together at the top. Mhm. Oh, at the bottom, and she would carve and decorate. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. That must take so much like skill and like dexterity and just being able to like not use a lot of pressure and be gentle, really, I guess is what I'm getting at. That would be crazy. Oh, you have a needle and thread. Good. Yuki, am I good? Requires so much patience for me, right? I know that. Me too. I feel like I couldn't do that. That's wild. I've seen the people too that like carve on grains of rice, which is just insane. They carve like words or images onto a grain of rice. How in the world? It's just amazing. I feel like I saw that at like a Ripley's museum or something. And I've seen it on TV too. I used to like to go to the Ripley's, believe it or not, museums when I was growing up. Because I watched the show growing up with my friend too. So I like always liked it. Thought it was cool. You have to paint them completely. Oh. I've never, the only thing I've ever done with eggs is dye them, like standard dye, and then like putting like maybe some little decorations on them or something. Oh no, the water here is disgusting. Oh no. Oh my gosh, MJ, that's hilarious. I will look at that. That sounds so funny. My husband will be like, "I'll take one." No, I'm just kidding. Like, no, honey, you'll take it out in public or something. No. That's funny. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's hilarious. I can't imagine. People are so creative, man. I know, like, who was the first one that thought of these things? Like, you know what I make? An appendage or a cootie with boobs on it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. How do you dye eggs with edible color? How do you do it? I'm trying to remember. We have little like kits here in America that you can buy that have like little tablets of dye, and then you like put vinegar in a cup, and then you put the little tablets in there. And then sometimes you can like draw on them with like a crayon or wax or whatever before you dip them in, so you can have like a design on them, or you can like paint them afterward. But that's usually how we do it. Is just with one of the little things. The water in Texas is absolutely the worst. Oh no, diamond art. Yeah, that would be cool. Put those on the neck. That would be awesome. I have um, I have a diamond thing upstairs. It's a canvas of. It's been so long since I've looked at it. I believe it's a waterfall. Um, but I haven't worked on it in so long because I had it on my desk where I film at. So when I started doing YouTube, I took it off my desk and I haven't put it back yet. So I need a new. I have a table upstairs I can put it on, but I need to like take it out, put it back on the table, and take it all out and work on it again. Hello, hi Frizzy B, welcome, welcome. Yeah, 60 at own work. Oh my God, MJ, that's so many. With fruit color, huh? That's interesting. It is interesting. So I'm not sure what exactly the dyes are made out of that we've been using over the past few years, but that would be really cool. We usually get like a different little kit or something because I don't remember dyeing eggs when I was younger. So that's another thing me and my husband do now is like dye eggs every year usually. And then we also carve every year. So I think today we're gonna buy pumpkins so we can carve them this weekend. I think so. That will be fun. I don't know what design I need to figure out what I'm gonna do if we're doing it this week though. Crap. I am working on a beaded tote bag, so I'm this far in, but it will look like this when it's done. It will be black. Handles are all twisted. Hold on a minute. There we go. And so yeah, it will be black, but it'll be like this. So that's what I'm working on. It's beaded tote bags. So all these are little beads, and I put them on one by one. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. Yeah. Yes. How are you doing, everybody? Just in here. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna stay on for just a little bit longer. We're gonna go because I do have to go somewhere at 2, so I'll be ready. Oh no, crocheting is not just for grandmas anymore, man. Crochet is actually very popular now. It's becoming very, very popular. Oh, thank you, Miss Rivera. Thank you for being here. I always appreciate it. I really do, especially when you're at work and everything. I truly appreciate that. Because I know got a lot going on. And you could definitely be doing other things with your time. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate all you guys for being here. So keeping me company while I get my work done over here. I am from America. I am from North Carolina in America. That is where I am from. Let's see, 1. I don't have one. Oh, let's see. So many people are learning to crochet. My niece 13 and she's learning. That's awesome. Do you learn to crochet? Oh my god. Let's see. I learned to crochet 2 years ago almost, and it'll be 2 years. So I have been doing it for nearly 2 years, but not quite yet. So that's good. I technically learned how to make a chain when I was 8 years old, but I didn't know how to do anything else. So I never learned until 2 years ago. I finally found a YouTube video about it. It just like popped up, I think, and I was like, huh, I think I still have a hook and yarn, and I did, and I just tried it, and it clicked all of a sudden. I was like, oh, this is how this works. Pets World. True, Faith. That's true. I mean, you're right. Most people learn when they're younger, so I don't really get it. That does make no sense actually now that you point out, because majority of people that I have ever met or talked to or heard all said that they learned when they were much younger. Like a lot of people that I follow have been crocheting for 30 years, like, you know, so you're right. You're so right. Thank you. I'm showing off my best side. I love that. That's funny. Here it is. My coffee. Found it. All right. Much better. Right? They weren't old when they started, were they? A lot of them were kids. I've heard so many people learn from my grandma when I was a kid, or, you know. My mother actually didn't know how to crochet, but she knew how to do sewing, and she was really good at it. So I wish I had been able to learn from her when I was younger, but I didn't have, I don't know, I didn't, and I guess I didn't have the interest in it, but I wish that I had. I think I was also a little nervous to like ask, but I should have, because it would have been so nice to have learned that skill from her. She was an excellent seamstress who made curtains for so many houses around here, and even some really important houses. And she was really good at what she did. Oh, and 50 is not all. That is true. Oh yeah, that's awesome, right? Have some left-handed ones. I know. I'm so glad people do that too, and I'm glad when people do that in like the right way, because some people do it like weird, strangely, and so I'm glad some people do that because people need. I can't imagine. Like I've tried to crochet with my left hand on a can, and I'm like, how? Like I does not compute. I can't figure it out. So steps off soapbox. But no, you're right. You're very right. We'll go in a minute. We got halfway on the row I wanted to finish, so that's pretty good. Like I said, I keep working on this when I get back home until my husband gets home and I come back from my grandma's. And I should definitely get to the border tonight and maybe close to done with it. And then if not, I've got all day tomorrow to work on it. I believe anyway, I think so. So honey. Oh goodness, my husband. Hello, Macy. Bye, kitty. I mean, it really could. It really could just disappear, right? Your hands just, you never know. She wants to be ambidextrous, okay? Let her be ambidextrous, but let her be multi talented. Y'all are silly. Especially him. Where's your hand gonna go? No, but you could like injure one, you just never know. That's like my worst fear is like injuring one of my wrists. I try to like, sometimes I'm going to sleep and I like have my hand like balled up under me. I'm like, can't do that. It might mess up my hand where I can't crochet. I have to move it. Or like I have it folded. I'm like, nope, gotta move my hand because if I don't, I might wake up and it's all sore. And then, nope, 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 nope. Spontaneously combust all the time. That's right. You don't know what's in the water these days in the pool. You're making a pumpkin for a Halloween version. Oh, that sounds fun. Crochet, and she has both thumbs and only one pinky left. Oh my goodness. I think I'll need to see a hand doctor. Oh no. Whoa. Yeah, because you've been having trouble. I hope isn't. I hope nothing's wrong. I hope it's all good. Ambidextrous as a kid. I haven't used my left hand to do anything in a while, so it's weird. But all I need is practice. Oh, that's cool, MJ. That's awesome. I am like I can write with my left hand, but not well. Like if somebody was write a letter with your left hand, I'd be like, okay, but it's gonna take a minute and it's not gonna be very neat, but you'll probably be able to read it. But other than that, nope, cannot function with the left hand like that. Bottles at work are not helping. Mr. Rivera, I might know what you're saying too, because I know when I do cleaning and stuff for work, and I'm like constantly using, I don't have any idea if this is what you're talking about, but it could be like using like spray bottles and things. And that is tough on your hand over and over and over and over and over and over and over. It can get really tiring, like little hand muscles and things. So yeah, and doing it for a long time, yeah. Oh no, you're good, Faith. Don't worry. No worries. I think I missed who you guys were talking about, but I know you guys were talking about somebody, but I did miss like, what the name of the person. But they sound awesome, man. Yeah, all day for 8 hours. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bless. Because I know I try sometimes to like switch hands because I have such a like it hurts, Um, but you got to do what you got to do. It's hard. You're left-handed. Oh, cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's another thing I like about Woobles is they do the left-handed video too, which is awesome. I feel like they were one of the first little people that kind of started doing that too for the kits. And they were really one of the first people who started doing kits, I think, too, but also they did the, left-handed, which is great. So I don't mess up both hands. That's true, Miss Rivera. That's very true. I probably shouldn't do that, should I? Switch hands like I do, because then I'm going to screw both of them. Oh, I'm trying to give one a rest, but now that you're saying that, I'm like, you're probably right. You're right-handed, but left hand is bothering you. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. The other hand bothering you. Yeah, that's right, MJ. Exactly. I second what MJ said. I like to hear about new people too. I talk about other people and promote other people all the time. So it is absolutely fine. Do not worry. I'm all about sharing, and this is how I learned was through YouTube. So absolutely. If I knew the person that I watched that very first video of, I would give them credit for helping me. But I really honestly don't even know who it was or what it was. It was just some video that popped up on my homepage 2 years ago. But I just credit YouTube in that case. So, like I said, if anybody wants the pattern for this, the pattern is in the description. Link should be in the description. I hope the link works. If for some reason it doesn't work, you should be able to copy and paste it, and it should work. But I'm hoping it just or may work after I finish and upload it. It may not work yet. But I also put it in yesterday's description and wrote the name of the channel, which I believe is Magenta Sky Crafts. I don't think it's Sky Magenta. I think it's Magenta Sky Crafts. And they're the ones that have beaded tote bag tutorial. Except I did make it larger. So just keep that in mind. If you're trying to follow that exact tutorial and you want it to be like this big, you're going to have to make it larger than they tell you to make it. Just by maybe at least in rounds or so. Yeah. Not yet, maybe. I'm getting there, but I'm not finished yet. I'm not there yet. I've got a couple more rounds to go, which unfortunately I'm not going to get done right now because I need to go here in a minute because I got to go somewhere. But when I get back from there, hopefully that won't take too long. Sorry, the TV was talking. I was confused. Hopefully that won't take too long. And then I'm going to come back and work on it. Probably not on stream, but I will work on it more. And I should have the base of the bag done either this evening or tomorrow. I was hoping I could get a little further in this stream than I did, but I didn't quite. But the good news is we won't be working on this Tuesday. We will do something different. So I need to look. I think, what is today again? It is the, oops, it is the 12th. Okay. So we have a couple weeks before we get to our Halloween streams. Again, if you guys weren't here the other day or weren't here earlier, we're going to do a stream on Halloween night. Somewhere between like 5 and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so we're going to make a pumpkin like little pillow kind of thing. I'm not sure. I'm going to see how big it's going to be. That's what I got. How large is it going to be? But it's going to be like a plush pumpkin. And so we're going to come that. And like I said, between 5 and 9, not necessarily that whole time, okay, but somewhere between there, I will start going live. And I'll try to like pin down more of an exact time and put it in a community post, but just know somewhere that night I will be going live around dinner time-ish. So yeah. Yeah, Mac is going to be at a wedding, so he will be here that night, which is one reason I'm going to do it, because I'll be here by myself and it's going to be Halloween. And I could just watch scary movies, but I think I'd rather do a little stream because I have never done one at night, really. I think I've done one kind of late. I think maybe the one I did with Miss Rivera was maybe like the latest that I've done. So I want to do one later, and then maybe we could reach some more people that have been able to reach going so early in the morning, So I think it'd be fun. And I just have to decide which pumpkin pattern I'm going to use. One of them I know is really big. The other one I don't know if it's going to be as big, but it might be a little gentler on me. So I just have to look at them and decide. Yay, you'll be here. We will. Oh, you've been working on a little. I can't pronounce that, but I know exactly what you're talking about, Joanne. They're cute. I don't even want to try it. But I know exactly what it is. I've seen so many cool safety eyes that would look so cool on those. Can't rewatch scary movies. Oh, hold on, I'm a chicken, and you psych yourself out. Oh, I know, I might would too. I used to be like really good about scary movies, and I loved scary movies. I've gotten older, like I've gotten worse. Like I don't know. I used to be able to watch all kinds of easy stuff, and now I'm like, I'm squeamish. So it's weird. I didn't get like less immune. I don't. Yeah, I guess I did get less immune. I don't know. It's weird though. I like lost my. I don't know. I'm not as tough as I was in that respect, I guess. So it might freak me out. Who knows? Depends on the movie, maybe. Oh, you're having a Halloween disco. Oh, that's cool. I hope you have fun. Praying over any stuff that's not there, right? On occasion, I'll do that because we live out here in the middle of nowhere. On occasion, be like, "What was that?" And it'll just be like an acorn hitting the roof or something. But I'll be like, "What was that? Who is that?" Like the other day, I kept hearing stuff on my porch, and it was just my like Halloween decor bumping around, but I didn't know what it was, and Arthur didn't either. So it was weird. It's all good. All right, guys, we're almost done with our round. Yay, at least I did that like I wanted to before I got off. Good. All right, we got like 4 or 5 more beads, and I'm going to tell you guys bye. But I really appreciate you guys for being here. And don't forget, if you have not already, to please hit the like button because it does help me out. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I should be back on Tuesday. If nothing changes, I should be back Tuesday at 11. And I'm not sure what we're going to work on, but I'm going to figure something out that's different because I should be done with this by then. So I'm going to figure out something new we'll work on. It might be some of the little tiny keychain patterns that I have saved. I might try out some of those because I want to start putting those as the freebies in my gifts or in orders. So I want to try to make some little keychains. So we'll try to do that on Tuesday. And that will be fun. So it should be quick little patterns. We might even do more than one on the live because the snail didn't take me like an hour. So I'm imagining the other ones that are slightly less complicated looking won't take that long. I should have the actual keychains by then. So maybe if I've got it down good enough, I'll show you guys how I attach it to the keychain too. So you guys can do that if you're interested. We could totally take the little candy corns and turn those into keychains as well. All right, we did it. We got our little round done. So I think we're 20 in now. 20 rounds in. It curves a little down there, but curves to the bottom. There we go. But we're getting there. They got a really nice diagonal. They're really straight, so that's really good. But we're getting there. So almost. And rear mirror hangers. Yeah. Ooh. What do you do? Keychains? Yeah, I am. Could do a ghost. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah. There are so many cool little ideas I could do. So if you guys have any, you can definitely let me know when I upload this in a little bit. And put some in the comments if you have any other ideas too. I will work on the little things. They'll be easy to like convert into whatever you want to make them into. They should be. So like a rear car hanger or like a actual keychain. So hopefully. I just got to make sure I have the right pair of pliers to do the little jump ring. So I hope everybody has such a good rest of their week. I hope everybody is safe and happy and healthy, and that everything goes well for you, and that I will see you hopefully on Tuesday and all that good stuff. So, and Arthur sleeping over here. So, sure he'll be here, of course. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys later. And be good, everybody. Bye.